Arkansas. We are at the North Ark campus once again. I believe this is our fourth night in a row we're here at the campus. A couple of senior girls games on Monday and Tuesday night. This is the second game in the tournament for the senior Bobcats, and we welcome you here. We welcome all our viewers, all our spectators, listeners, however you get the broadcast on your media device. We welcome you here tonight. The boys came out with a good win last night, and they are not the first to put points on the board in this ball game. Mountain View Yellow Jackets have scored first, and so just into the ball game, the Bobcats are down 3-0. But they won last night. We're down most of the game. Traded points with Valley Springs last night, and was down late in the first half, wound up tied at the end of the first half. They were down during the third period, wound up tied at the end of the third period, and got down pretty bad in the fourth period. Came back to win the ball game by about 4 points last night. We were very proud of them, and that was against the Valley Springs Tigers. Tonight, Mountain View Yellow Jackets are on the floor and taking a lead here early in the ball game. With the shot by number 22 from the Yellow Jackets. On the rebound, there's going to be a foul. First foul of the game is going to be against Mountain View on number 22, going to get his rebound and trying to have the putback.
I believe that was an over-the-back call.
Over the back, yep. And don't know much about this Yellow Jacket team, but I know our boys are impressive. And one thing, Greg, that our boys have to do, and you noticed it last night, and it happens during most ball games, is we have to stay out of foul trouble.
Yep, need to stay out of foul trouble, and also last night they had some trouble just not being crisp.
Yeah.
A lot of lazy passing, and really hurt them on turnovers, particularly early in the game. They sharpened up after halftime. The fourth quarter, they kind of got loose again.
Right.
And but they were able to pull it out.
Well, we saw Jesse Ragland sit down in foul trouble in the second period with 3. Sat down again with foul trouble in the third period with 4 fouls. We saw Richard Rental, who is sometimes in there with Jesse, sometimes as a sub. There's that inbound pass I told you about. That's what they do when Jesse's in there and can accomplish it. But we saw Rental sit down with 4 fouls. So,
yep.
You know, that's going to be an issue again today. What a bounce.
Wow,
It didn't look like that was going in.
I don't know how it bounced on the front of the rim and ended up inside, because it sure looked like it was coming back.
That was ugly bounce there, but it was good for the Yellow Jackets. And a foul on number 22. He gets 2 fouls. He has the first 2 fouls not only for the Yellow Jackets, but in the ball game for both teams.
Yep.
Both of them go to number 22. And on the floor, the starting lineup for the Bobcats, Peyton DePriest. Justin Ragland, who has the ball and gives it to Bryce Griffin. He found the bottom of the net. Look at that.
From deep. He was well beyond the line on that
Well beyond the line, beyond the red line, the college line. So first points on the board comes from Bryce Griffin with a deep 3. So we got Justin Ragland, Bryce Griffin, Jesse Ragland, Peyton DePriest, and Max Beavers. That's your lineup, starting lineup for the Bobcats. Little too fast in to go. That right there is a travel. I was going to say, you cannot double hop like that.
Well, they had a nice little alley-oop play in there, and he missed the shot, got his own rebound, but then traveled trying to go back up with it.
Number 22 has got a benefit. He has a good hop to him.
Oh, he's got hops.
He's got a hop to him.
That was a dangerous pass. They were lucky to get that one in.
Yeah, some people can jump. Beavers, little
Way
too far
deep.
out. Peyton DePriest with 3.
Yep. We have a top ball game.
From our viewpoint there, our vantage point, that looked like it was in all the way.
Yes.
It looked like it hit the net, but when he let go of it from here. Griffin's one of those that can get in foul trouble pretty quick. Bryce Griffin going to get called for the foul.
No. Nope.
On the floor.
He called Peyton DePriest for that.
Peyton DePriest earlier in that play is going to get a foul on the floor. Can't shoot two.
He's got a 2-shot foul.
Griffin was the closest one to the net. Griffin fouled him during the shot. I don't know what Griffin's arguing about, but I think he's right. Peyton DePriest was back away a little bit. I don't know. They got the whistles, so we have to listen to them. He hits them both, number 3 for the Yellow Jackets, and extends the lead to 2, 8-6.
Full court pressure, double team in the trap.
Great setup, actually. Ragland goes to the goal.
A little too hard.
Justin Ragland gets a hand on it, but he can't handle it. Good defense here. Opens up a 3-on-1 situation, 3-on-2. Too hard off the basket. Peyton DePriest is there. Maybe we can get a transition game started here. DePriest feeding Ragland. Ragland's going to go in. He may have hit that one. Nope. In and out.
Was that 22?
Third foul.
Yeah.
3 team fouls for the Yellow Jackets, all 3 of them on number 22. He moved his hip. I'm just going to say he moved his hip in on that one, but
is there any movement to replace him?
I don't know.
Well, there's somebody.
Yeah, there's somebody ready set to come in.
There he is. Yeah, they're pulling him.
This is going to make a difference in the ball game. You know it is.
Yeah, he's a front court player, and has an impressive vertical leap.
Yeah. The ability to recover and all that. Jesse Ragland hits both of them. Awesome. 8-8. We're tied with about 4 minutes to go in the first period. We're halfway through the first period. They left a wide spot in the court. Number 3, Yellow Jackets just that slap right there could not have been clean.
No,
There's no way it could have been clean. Bryce Griffin with the floater. Can't get the roll. Look at Ragland get in there. Four defenders under the basket. And that was a walk. They didn't call on Beavers. Beavers going to go to the goal. He's going to lose it before he gets there.
He lost the handle. Oh, he got his pocket picked.
Peyton DePriest getting in a hurry. That's a walk.
No, he was out of bounds.
Okay. He had his legs spread, so he might have been touching the base. Sidelines.
I believe the ball crossed the line as he was.
Really? Okay.
He rolled with it.
Okay. Going to call a foul on somebody? Now, timeout for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, they haven't put anything on the board as far as a foul goes.
I think it's timeout Yellow Jackets. He puts his hand like this, a half. It's a half minute, 30-second timeout, but they're getting more than that.
Some discussion with the Bobcats coach as to the call, I believe.
Okay, they got a 30-second timeout for the Bobcats. So
okay.
They did take it off the Marshall total. And if you're wondering what's going on, we're about a little under halfway through the first period. It's 8-8. Mountain View Yellow Jackets here at Pioneer Arena taking on your Bobcats. And it is a tie ball game. If you're just joining us, already got a Yellow Jacket in foul trouble in the first 4 minutes of the game. And one of the key players, seems like going to be one of the key players, and he's had to take a seat halfway through the first period. That's going to make a difference. And you can see the whole Marshall offense kind of tick up a beat when he sat down. So
I guess they were ruling that he called the timeout before he went out of bounds with the ball because Marshall got the ball back.
Okay. Priest with a quick release. He hits the bottom of the net.
That was pretty. It was smooth.
That was a quick release. He didn't set up at all for that one.
It's like he wasn't even thinking about that one.
Went from a tie ball game to Marshall being up by 3, 11-8. Not as crisp an offense out there now for the Yellow Jackets as was.
And that was a very deep 3 they attempted there.
Max Beavers being in the right place at the right time, gets the rebound. Griffin brings it into the front court. This offense is backed off, or defense is backed off for the Yellow Jackets. Priest going to the baseline. He feeds to Ragland. What a beautiful feed from the baseline.
That's a pretty play right there.
Peyton DePriest taking it to the baseline, handing it off to his postman, Jesse Ragland, who has 2 more points. Increases the lead to 5. Number 13, I think. No, number 50, who that is. He's been short on them threes. Number 3 is short. 50 got under there for a rebound and made it. Bobcats' lead has been decreased to 3. Peyton DePriest into the front court, inside to Ragland. Something is happening.
And somebody's open when he's got 3 guys on him.
If he charged 50 for that foul, he called the second foul because 3 slapped it out of his hands. Peyton DePriest going to the baseline again. He comes underneath the goal, tried to feed it to Deckard. That's going to be tipped out of bounds. Okay, no.
They're saying he threw it straight out of bounds.
I thought it was tipped by a Yellow Jacket, and it didn't happen. Deckard trying to save the misguided pass. The Yellow Jackets will have the inbound in their own front court. That little stutter step is a walk. Deckard fighting forward. It was tipped. Oh, my. So obvious, tipped out by the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets will have the possession from their own baseline. Deep inbound from the corner. Number 10 hits it.
He finally got that one.
Ties the ball game 13-13. Got 1:40 to go in the first period. Inside to Ragland. Ragland's going up against 3. Turnaround jump shot.
Oh, yes.
Hits the bottom of the net, 15-13.
Turnaround fadeaway. That was very nice. Kobe Bryant would be proud of that one.
2-point lead for the Bobcats. Coming up on 1:20 to go in the first period. Does Yellow Jacket offense look a little disjointed? I mean, I'm just
a little bit
crazy, a little bit crazy. Not as smooth as the Bobcats offense.
They look like they're trying to set up an outside shot, go to the inside sometime to draw defenders in, and then they'll take it to the basket. But it seems hurried and harried.
Cross court, come on, Justin.
That was an ill-advised pass right there.
Many people to throw to.
Yeah,
I think he was trying to set Peyton up with another 3 from this side. Deckard with a long pass.
A bad idea, poorly executed, I'm afraid. I've had a few of those ideas in my life before.
Called him by his first name. It's because that's what I've always called him. Sorry if someone's offended by it. Deckard closing off the baseline. Good job. Beavers with it. Peyton DePriest in.
Yeah.
I don't see how you can run that fast and shoot a shot that slow. I don't understand how that works. He's going to get a foul from behind on number 50. Wow. It should be his second foul. Yep, it's foul number 2 for number 50. So number 22 and number 50 have all 5 team fouls for the Yellow Jackets. 22's on the bench. Or did he come off the bench?
No, he's down getting a drink of water.
I see.
Although it seemed earlier that he was up and excited, and the ref ordered him to sit back down. So we'll keep an eye on that development.
There you go.
He may not be happy with the officiating.
Peyton DePriest with a couple of threes and then a 3-point play. Got at least 9 points. I don't know how many he has total. Haven't been keeping up with it, but down to about 12 seconds. Your Bobcats have a 5-point lead, 18-13. We're in the first period. Drive to the basket. Might have been. That was a good putback.
That was a very good putback.
I think Ragland succeeded on the charge, and they never called it. So 3-point lead for your Bobcats going into the second period, 18-15. And what I said earlier, it was number 22 was doing most of the work while he was in. He was only in 4 minutes, but he was doing a lot of the work. Real smooth, real good pass. People were feeding him. He's getting his own rebound, doing his hop, back and forth. And since then, it just seems like if it wasn't for a 3-pointer here and there, this Mountain View Yellow Jacket team just looks like a little disjointed on the offense.
like they're scrambling, like they think they know what they want to do, but not quite sure what they want to do.
Right. A lot of activity, not really accomplishing anything, but I'm not making fun of anybody. That's just what I'm looking at. And then good passing, good interior work by Ragland. He just got a turnaround jumper, good move to the baseline and a feed by, Peyton DePriest earlier, a couple of three-pointers, I don't see much going wrong.
I see a few missed shots, but Bobcats are really clicking along. I think they're doing a good job. We appreciate you joining us on the broadcast. If you're just now joining us, we are in Harrison, Arkansas, Pioneer Arena here on the North Ark campus. And the Mountain UU Yellow Jackets have come to take on the Marshall Bobcats. The Bobcats are up 18-15. We're just starting the second period. Still here in the first half. 5 team fouls already for the Yellow Jackets. 1 team foul for the Bobcats. And just like last night, that 1 team foul is going to make a difference. Peyton DePriest that time, no, it did not follow his shot. It came right back towards him. And he did not hit that three. He's hit a couple already. Number 10 looking at that. He couldn't hit it. Put back.
Nice put back by number 50.
Number 50 did it again. He put back his own shot a little earlier. And he got 2. They pulled within 1. 18-17. Bobcats have it into their front court.
Well, Peyton DePriest may not have followed that shot because he thought it was going in, because I sure thought it was going in.
Beavers on the near side. Starting 5 in for the Bobcats right here. Beavers has tried a couple of threes. He's not come up with anything yet. DePriest probably going to hit that one from that side. He didn't get a good roll. They're going to get Ragland over the back. Maybe Griffin. I don't know. Or was that Justin Deckard? Yeah, it'll be Deckard. Climbing the back. And the Yellow Jackets will bring it down the court. Yellow Jackets into the front court. They're going to work it around the perimeter. They have a play going right here. Here it goes. Break down the middle. Far side. Number 20. Nope. Off to the left. 50 with a rebound. He puts himself in the right place.
He's a scrapper.
Another 10. That one might be in.
Yeah. It looks like if you give him time to get set up and get a good look at the bucket, he's probably going to sink it.
He takes an illegal hop, but he's not been called on it yet. 3-pointer by number 10, maybe his second or third one. Little long on the feed to Ragland. The Yellow Jackets come the other way. Griffin going to take the foul. I don't know who they'll charge that to. What?
He was nowhere near the ball.
He wasn't anywhere near the ball.
That was
3. There, they changed it.
Okay.
Coach was right there. I was going to say.
Like, wait a minute.
I think they charged it wrong earlier. I really do.
I believe so.
I think they charged it wrong earlier, but anyway. I hope they didn't put that down. I hope they erased it. Looks like she's got her eraser going.
Well,
there.
they changed it on the clock.
Yeah.
So it's right on the clock.
Number 3 hits the first of 2. That gives the Yellow Jackets a 3-point lead.
Apparently the Yellow Jackets aren't looking for any rebounds because there's none of them by the basket down there. They're already set up for defense.
He may be a 100% shooter. You never know.
He sure looked like one to me. Those were very smooth and right on the button.
DePriest with the ball to Griffin. Back to DePriest. Trying to set Ragland up inside. This would be a different ball game if number 22 was in. Beavers to DePriest. Looking for that inroad. Beavers, good setup. Short, though.
Oh, well
Big
short.
time short.
Well short.
He needs to understand that he's 2 feet behind the college line. Here comes my man. I will sing the praises of Richard Rental. I love him. Love his style of play. Love his presence. Like I said, he doesn't move fast. He doesn't look like he's fast at all, but he's there. You'll notice he's always where he needs to be. 10 from long out. He can't get that one to fall. That was out. That was bounced out. Anyway, number 10 under the basket, 20-1. He's going to take it in. If he hits that, the crowd's going to go crazy. 25-18. Just like that, Bobcats have lost the momentum. And it's moved to a 7-point deficit from a 3-point lead.
We got all the way to the second period before Skip mentioned momentum.
Rental going to the basket. Getting it out to Ragland. 3 seconds. Nope, going to call a foul. Foul on number 1.
Sam Fletcher.
6 team fouls for the Yellow Jackets. Peyton DePriest going to inbound it from the Marshall baseline to Ragland. Jesse Ragland. They're going to call walking. Oh, foul. He did crowd him. I'm just going to say. Ragland turned on his pivot foot. Number 3 jumped on top of it. Number 3 is not watching for the inbound pass. 1-1. I told you earlier, you know, they had 5 team fouls and Bobcats only had 1. So that might come into effect in the first half, and it does. Ragland goes to the line for 1-1.
And he hits
He
the
hits
first.
it first. What a good pair of shots there. Proud of Jesse Ragland. Right on the mark. Pulls the Bobcats to within 5. Remember, they had a 3-point lead just a couple of minutes ago. Now it's 25-20. Bobcats are down by 5. We're in the second period. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Number 10 finds who would have fouled him? Who would have fouled him? I know that, but 25, Jesse Ragland. I think that's his first, hopefully. First foul for Jesse Ragland. Number 10 with the hot hand.
He got a good look, and he hit that three-pointer.
8-point lead, largest lead of the ball game for either team. Yellow Jackets are leading your Bobcats by 8, 4:35 to go in the first half.
Well, apparently they figured out what their offense is because they're executing right now.
Ragland had an open to the left, but to the right was good enough. He went into his hand, and he knows what he's doing. Fadeaway jump shot is good. Bobcats are to within 6. Good move by number 3. Good feed to 50.
And number 50 is always around the bucket. He's always around the basket. He's in the right place at the right time.
And what we're seeing, he's got some funny movements if you watch him a little bit. I don't know if that's just hair or whether that's him.
I think he runs with his head. But you know what? He's getting rebounds and putting balls back. He can run however he wants to.
He's jumping higher than I am, I can tell you that. Peyton DePriest with a great look. He hits the back of the goal. You know, 50 kind of jumps and bounces around, but he's got some good hands. He's there where he needs to be, right?
Yeah, he is effective.
Just want to show you how often 3 seconds is not called. I'll do it here in just a minute because he hangs out
in
there.
It's a miscommunication. 50 missed the pass and turnover to the Bobcats.
Jesse Ragland with the ball. Beavers. That might have been a done. There's that hop. Tipped out of bounds. Trying to work inside.
A double dribble on that?
Yeah, double dribble. That bunny hop of Beavers gets him a long ways towards the goal.
I noticed that. He's here and then he's there.
That's something that's not called anymore is the 3 seconds in the paint.
50 missed that pass. That was a pretty hot pass to handle right there.
It was. I don't think one cared whether he made a connection. He thought he looked good, so that's all that matters.
All right, you don't know what's in that young man's mind.
Oh, yeah.
He might be devastated that he
Sorry
made
if I
that
offended
pass.
anyone. Inside to Ragland. Ragland, not good enough on the drama there, number 3.
Yeah. Yep.
Beavers. Too bad, number 3. You bumped him.
Well, he couldn't draw the charge, but ended up actually fouling the next guy through the lane. So that's a tough break there. That's 2 on number 3.
I think Beavers moved 2 feet to the left after he got bumped by number 3.
He kind of bounced off of him, didn't he?
3-point play. Max Beavers brings the Bobcats to within 5, 30-25. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Your Bobcats are in the deficit by 5. 18 fouls for the Yellow Jackets, 4 for the Bobcats. Cheap foul there on Beavers. On the floor. That's going to cost him. That's his first, though, and that's super good for Beavers in the second period.
Number one from the corner. He got it.
He had a good look. Didn't let the pressure by DePriest bother him. Lazy passes.
Lazy passes. Yeah, that was greatly anticipated by the defense.
Yeah, they couldn't afford one single lazy pass last night, and for sure, and tonight is the same. Too many quick hands out there right now. Griffin trying to get it to DePriest, to Griffin. Outside the college line. He can't get it to go.
Oh, that's a cheap foul. I'm sorry.
Who's he calling it on?
He's calling on Rental. That was a cheap foul.
He was just elevating to try to get to it.
He didn't even touch anybody.
Didn't touch anybody.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
No,
that was tough.
I believe we're seeing called what we used to call ticky-tack fouls.
Yellow
Some of them are
Jackets
questionable.
Yellow Jackets going to work around the perimeter. Griffin out of position, but
nearly a steal.
He's almost got the steal. DePriest says, I'll get the rebound. Beaver's going to bring it up the court.
Well, of course he can get the rebound being that high in the air.
Passes are awful slow. Beavers from way behind the mark.
Oh, yeah.
I was call him for a
That's a
walk.
little bit of a travel there.
I think he got his toe stubbed early. And I think he stubbed his toe and then he fell over.
I think he tripped on something.
I do too.
Whether it was on feet or somebody else's, he seemed to stumble going through there, and that cost him.
And the Yellow Jackets working around. They have an 8-point lead. We were under a minute to go in the first half. Make that an 11-point lead.
Number 10 hitting the three-pointer under pressure that time with a Bobcat in his face.
We're not going to go in tied at this half, I can tell you that much. Beavers needs to move up. He needs to move up.
Yeah, nice rebound and put back there by DePriest.
Beavers is as short on his shot as he is behind the three-point line. So he needs to realize the black line is it and where you normally shoot from. But he does shoot them deep anyway.
Little geometry, little math there. He might figure that out.
Believe it or not, 9-point lead by the Yellow Jackets.
I believe the Bobcats fan base over there is expressing their dissatisfaction with the current strategy by the Yellow Jackets. There's 50 slashing again. He's on the move.
Over the back.
How is that not over the back? With the
Wow.
call on Rental earlier, how is that not a foul?
The pre should go to the line, but not going to make it.
Yeah.
All right, your Bobcats are down by 9, 36-27. Not the same as last night, up against not much of a better team in my opinion. I don't know what's going on. I think the mistakes have gotten them more than the talent of the Yellow Jackets. You tell me.
Yeah, I think it's mistakes. I think there's some poor ball handling. There's a lot of missed shots.
Yeah.
And that's usually because you're out of your rhythm and you're tight.
Right.
And you're not playing your game. There's not confidence there.
Right.
So I feel like the first period the Bobcats were very confident, very smooth within their game, but the wheels have come off. And
I think you can charge that to momentum, but Greg won't let me mention that again, so I probably won't say it the rest of the game.
You just said it.
Oh, that's right, I did. Okay, now I won't say momentum anymore.
You just said it again. It's 3 times.
9-point deficit by the Bobcats. We're going into halftime. We'll be back with third period action. You're listening to the Marshall Sports Network and viewing our broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be right back.
All right, we started the second half here. Skip is busy on his phone, but I'm sure he'll be with us in a minute. And number 22 for the Yellow Jackets is back in. There's number 50 slashing into the lane, loses the handle. And Yellow Jackets reset the offense and start over. There you are.
Hey, here I am. I was thanks for telling me I was on the phone because I was really eating. I did answer a text while I was chewing.
Okay.
So, all right, and here we are. Fourth period action. Bobcats are down by 9. 22 back in the ball game. There for a slap out of bounds. You know, he made that shot, and he missed it, but he was there, to challenge the rebound. So lots of moves there, number 22, for the Yellow Jackets back in the ball game after being in foul trouble in the first half.
Some players are just impressive athletes, and you can just tell by the way they move, their quickness, the speed, the vertical leap, and he's one of those athletes. And I'm sure they missed him in the first half, but they must not have missed him too bad because they went to the locker room with a significant lead over the Bobcats.
And that was due, as we talked about, probably by a few mistakes from the Bobcats in the first half, but here they are out again. And no production on either end of the court to start the second half. And the Bobcats find themselves on defense. A little more intensity, looks like, by the Bobcats than from the first half. Number 50 with the ball. Number 1 has hit a three from the corner. Number 10's been the hot hand on the threes. Without his threes, it would be a different ball game for sure. Number 3 throwing a quick one up.
That hit the backboard, never touched the rim.
That is against the score clock. It never hit the rim. Never hit the rim. Hit the backboard, didn't hit the rim. Even the putback didn't hit the rim.
No.
That's a score clock violation, and it should be the Bobcats' ball going the other way. Did I say score clock? Play clock.
Yes, that was a play clock violation. Looks like the refs are having trouble determining that, though. They're having a conversation mid-court, a debate, a parlay, a conference, a verification, an adjudication. Stop me before I thesaurus again.
Oh my goodness! You've got to be kidding me. That was a play clock violation if I've ever seen one.
I think the Bobcats coach is expressing his dissatisfaction with that particular call.
Well, the play clock cannot go off. Shot clock. Look at me. I'm all in football play clock. The shot clock can't go off, and the ball never have touched the rim. It can hit the backboard all day long.
And that's exactly what happened on that play. After the initial, it did not touch the rim. Then there was a putback that didn't touch the rim after the shot clock had sounded, and there was another putback that then finally went in. But somehow they've decided that it is the Yellow Jackets' ball.
There's nothing in the events to make it this way.
Well, Bobcats played some tough defense there in the middle by Ragland and got the ball back anyway. Say the basketball gods were with them on that call.
Jesse Ragland so bad wants to make a shot on number 22.
Yes, he does.
And number 22, you were talking about how good a player he is. You can even tell how good he actually is as well by looking at his discipline. Ragland was struggling trying to make a shot, and 22 refused to move. He knows he's in foul trouble. He did not move at all.
And he did not leave his feet. He stood there with his arms up.
Very disciplined player.
Ragland going from deep. 22 with the rebound.
Boy, he's got some elevation.
Not surprising.
Yellow Jackets setting up a play. Inbound to 20 under the goal. 50 with the stutter step. No walk called. 10 from the free throw line. Just about 12 feet. Ragland with the rebound. 22 very disciplined, not struggling for that rebound. Bryce Griffin to Ragland. I bet he doesn't try another three. Griffin at the top of the key, going to reset for the Bobcats. And they're content to pass it around. You know, we've started the second half. We've started the second. Uh-oh, referee is looking at the student section. No, can't do that under the goal. Can't do that under the goal. 3-second violation. I was talking about that earlier. That was on the Bobcats to turn over the ball. You know, we're 3 minutes into the third period and no one scored yet.
Yeah, I'd have to say there haven't been any really good looks at the goal. I feel like both teams are playing pretty intense defense at this point. Oh, there's number 10 from way down deep. Came up short.
2-on-1. Decker too fast into the goal.
And 22 basically threw an arm through Dupriest and drew a foul.
Yep.
Not sure how that happens, but we just witnessed it.
Dupriest with his second. Still almost 4 minutes into the third period and no score for either side. Walk called on number 1 for the Yellow Jackets. We go the other way. How many possessions is this? At least 4 times up the court for each team. Someone coming in the game we haven't seen in the tournament so far. Logan Ward, number 4. He's good, 6'5". I don't know what they've got him listed at, but he's every bit of 6'5", coming into the ball game. Bryce Griffin on defense, trying to block the transition game. 3 can't get set up in that corner. They're going to charge Griffin for another foul. That should be his third. Second personal foul. Ward thought he was going in for Ragland, but he's going in for Deckard. You may not see a very aggressive defense on Logan Ward, but with his height advantage, that is, oh, my goodness. They are wanting the Yellow Jackets. Ragland inside with a good move. Man, mugged underneath. 5 white shirts down in the paint. Unable to get any movement. That means somebody's open outside, guys. Calling any and everything. Foul on Logan Ward. 5 minutes into the third period, not a single point scored. On either side. Long 3 hit by number 10, about 3 feet behind the college line. That's the first points of the second half. We're under 3 minutes to go. Going to be a 13-point lead.
Not surprised 10 scored the first points. He's been the hottest hand on the court for either team tonight.
Take out a 12-point lead. Trying to answer with a 3. Logan Ward challenging with the rebound. And the Yellow Jackets come away with it into their front court. Number 22 underneath with a basket from the field.
It's a 14-point game.
The lead increases to 14. Ragland underneath. He's going to go up for the basket. We may have a fourth foul on number 22.
Foul charge to Colin Johnson, his first, second team foul. Line is Jesse Ragland.
Jesse Ragland at the line. He hits the first of two. Ragland gets the rebound back. Bryce Griffin, look out for the Wolf.
The Yellow
Priest with a great look.
The Yellow
He can't
Jackets
get it
got
to
the
fall.
rebound. Ragland got the steal.
Ragland gets the rebound after the miss. Three-pointer by DePriest. Well, I want to tell you what Ragland is doing. Ragland's taking the ball.
Nice.
What a beautiful play.
Double pass there. That was very, very nice.
That needs to be play number 13 or 14 or whatever's on the list. That is beautiful. Ragland, what he's doing is taking it right into the paint and getting in 22's face with the ball, trying to get him to get his fourth foul.
Yeah.
10 from way downtown. He can't get it to fall. DePriest with the rebound. Griffin over the top, 1-on-4, and he kind of rushed that. He could have waited on his teammates. There's number one from the near side. They're going to try to kill him with threes, and they're not hitting them. Peyton DePriest. Oh, yeah. There it is.
There it is. There's the fourth foul.
That was a cheap foul. That was a cheap foul. Now, not even necessary.
No, not.
Didn't slow the play up at all. Good feed to Griffin. Did you see those
Nice.
hands?
Yes.
That's the talent of these Bobcats if they're able to put it on display. Great team play, great passing, good quick hands, good moves to the basket, quickness all around, and they showed it on that play. Bobcats now have reduced it to a 9-point lead, 41-32. About 30 seconds to go in the third period. Number 50 can't get it to fall. Peyton DePriest with the rebound. He gets it down to Griffin. Griffin needs to wait on his offense. Ragland shifted his feet, didn't get called. That was a pretty shot. Cheap foul by Logan Ward. Hopefully it's not on DePriest. Nope. And that's the third foul, third personal for Peyton DePriest. 10 seconds to go, 9-point lead by the Yellow Jackets. Your Bobcats are down by 9. Hard shot up. Ragland stole that one. He couldn't get it down the court. All right, what did we see in that quarter?
I'm not really sure.
That was kind of ugly.
It was like a mugging combined with a train wreck.
36-29, I believe, is what the halftime score was. Bobcats have only scored 3, and the Yellow Jackets scored 5. Very low. We've seen, 7 combined team fouls throughout that half. Lots of out of bounds, lots of stuff going on. And this was ugly basketball in the third period, I'm just saying.
Yes, it was. Both teams seemed to be playing out of control. Even when they were scoring, they seemed to be out of control. Not getting their offense set, not being patient with the ball. Although, honestly, there was some tough defense play. It really was.
You're listening to Marshall Sports Network. We'll be back in just a second. Beautiful three by Bryce Griffin. Brings up the fans for the Marshall Bobcats. Marshall Bobcat student section under the left side goal down there. The left end goal. That was a charge. No doubt about it.
Looked like one to me.
With the student section for the Bobcats have a warning already from one of the officials, and 4 unanswered points to start the fourth period in 40 seconds. Great coaching right here. 5 unanswered points. And this is great coaching. I'm just saying, the Yellow Jackets, great coaching right here. 5 points, 40 seconds out of the box. Y'all had the momentum. You had the lead. We're cooking along. Here we are. We lost 5 points right off the bat.
That's a good time to call a timeout. So
It is
that's
perfect.
Excellent coaching.
Excellent coaching right there. He knows.
Trying to keep it from getting out of control any worse.
Mm-hmm. Another two or 3 points, it'd be a completely different ball game. Landscape would look totally different. 41-37. Your Bobcats are down by 4. We're in the fourth period, and we're just under a minute in to that fourth period, breaking a 9-point lead down to a 4-point lead. Your Bobcats have come out here screaming, and number 22, the key player for the Yellow Jackets, has been on the bench to start this fourth period. He found himself in foul trouble late in the third again with 4 fouls. Cheap foul across the midcourt there, and he's found himself on the bench. The Bobcats have capitalized. Here they are with a little backcourt pressure against the Yellow Jackets. Not enough, though. Not enough.
Interesting music during the timeout there. I don't know which team was inspired by the theme from the Rockford Files, but I enjoyed it. Number 3 for the Yellow Jackets going all the way to the hoop with a layup. And Ragland wisely standing his ground and not drawing a foul.
I think you were seeing a team not want to get in foul trouble is what you were seeing down there.
Ragland went up nice and aggressive shot in the middle of the paint.
Right. We saw this last night with the Bobcats. That was a kick.
That was a kick.
And was not called.
They gave the ball to the Yellow Jackets on that one.
Oh, my goodness. Definite kick off the leg of the Yellow Jackets. You can't not call it. Yellow Jackets with a deep inbound. 10, that's going to be a 2 if he makes it.
And he did
Ward.
not. Maybe he needs to move back out to the three-point line because he's sure deadly from out there.
Bryce Griffin into the front court for the Bobcats. Looks like Deckard may be coming back in. Good look. Going to be short. Ragland's there, though.
Oh.
He can't get it to go.
Couldn't get it on the putback.
He stepped out of bounds. I can see it from here. That was
Yes.
what is going on. I don't know if we said it on the mic earlier, but this is ugly basketball.
It's very ugly
Right
basketball.
No discipline, no sharp moves.
Ugly ball by both teams.
Fouling without being called and calling without being fouled going on both sides. I'm not saying it's one way or the other. It's going both ways. Deckard gets to Griffin. DePriest is going to take it inside. He can't get it.
Loses the handle.
Normally good ball handling.
Call it a foul. Oh, it's a timeout. I'm sorry.
Good timeout.
Good timeout. Yeah, he was on the floor scrambling for the ball.
Yep.
Good timeout.
I tell you what, good coaching on both sides. Very good. We'll be right back after this timeout.
That was one that hit the bottom of the bucket before it came out. I don't know how it got that far down in the rim and didn't drop.
Those are worth 1 point, aren't they? I mean, aren't those worth 1 point?
I don't know. There ought to be at least, a mulligan or a replay or something. Come on.
Even the rims are in on the the fix,
That one sure looked like it.
I think we're going to see a lot of this in the fourth here. A lot of working around. Griffin's going to get called again. Number 5.
Yeah, that was
Beavers.
Yeah, that was definitely a foul. He grabbed his arm on the way in.
Second personal foul for Beavers. 5th team foul for the Bobcats. Bobcats are down by 4, 43-39. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rental's going to come in again. Deckard may be coming out. No, Beaver's going to sit down. Now under the net is going to change right here. We've got Rental, who works great post position. Got Ragland in the game, and Deckard, who's got some height and usually plays down low. So you may see that this inside game change right here.
Notice the Yellow Jackets have put number 22 back in the game. And he appears to be.
I can hardly speak. I can't say what I want to say. My goodness. All right. Looks like the clock may have not have started. The shot clock or the.
Yeah, the shot clock didn't start.
Okay.
Everybody coming back to the other end. We're going to try this again.
Justin Deckard scared to get a foul. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Griffin with the rebound. He gets it down to DePriest. Was that a foul?
I don't know how it was not. They're not calling? Yeah. There he is. He's calling it. Okay.
I was trying to be
Okay.
a little sarcastic there.
For a minute, I thought it wasn't going to be
If
called.
that wasn't, then
Nothing is.
nothing is.
If it wasn't a foul, at least it was a crackback block. And
DePriest can change it right there.
there you go.
He changed the ball game right there.
Right
44-42. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in the fourth period. 5 team fouls for the Bobcats, 4 team fouls for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, folks, we have a game, that's for sure.
We saw it last night and saw the Bobcats come out on top.
He called a block on Rental.
Foul charge for Richard Rental, his second, team foul number 5.
My goodness. Look at him. He's doing drama down there now. Pushed him off for position.
Yellow Jackets inbound, working the perimeter. Number 1 at the top, over to number 3 on the right.
I'm just speechless. Sorry, guys. I usually call it great play-by-play. I don't think Griffin intended a foul. I think he just got his feet mixed up. 3rd foul for Griffin. That's a 1-and-1. 17 fouls for the Bobcats. I'm surprised they have 17 fouls.
And the line shooter 1-1 is back from Morrow.
Isn't it 17 at this point?
Yeah, I did say 7 team fouls.
Okay.
But it seems like 17 as quickly as they've been called.
Yellow Jackets make the first free throw. It is now a 3-point game. And he only gets the front end of the 1-and-1.
45-42, 3-point lead by the Yellow Jackets. Bobcats are most definitely within range, and 1-3 would change the ball game. DePriest get a feed down here with the – I tell you what, they have not succeeded on those moves to the basket.
No, they have not.
Over the back. You've got – We're going to have some personal fouls on the Yellow Jackets at some point. Got to have some. Granado coming in. DePriest with a great look. He can't get it to fall. Griffin there for the rebound. Deckard in the corner. Out to Rental. Rental, you can't throw those lazy passes. Gotta be another foul. Well, this is what happens when the fouls are pulled. I mean, they're not, the calls are pulled. You start getting a rough game. That's what happens. You get away, you let them get away with one, you let them get away with another one, then it just gets
escalates.
worse.
Yeah, it escalates.
Ragland going to the goal. He's going to go right over the top. He's going to get his own rebound. Number 10 going to foul again.
Is it number 10 or is that number 1? Let's see. Number 10.
Going to go to the line for 2. Game changer right here, 45-42. Bobcats are down by 3, 2:47 to go in the ball game. Ragland hits it off the front of the rim. Needed that basket. They need the rebound. Ragland needs to follow his shot on this one. Ragland hits the second one. 2-point ball game. We have a ball game here in the fourth period. Griffin tripping again over the defender. Thrown completely out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets. This slow and steady comeback has gotten in the Yellow Jackets' head. That's what's happened.
Yeah, I believe it has.
How can they be doing this? Well, they're playing steady basketball. They are attacking the goal. Whether they're making it or not, they're attacking the goal. They're challenging him to do that inside coverage. We may get a foul called here underneath. Number 10 pushing on DePriest. DePriest pushing back. Ragland on the inside. DePriest had a great look. He's going to go to the basket. He's going to challenge. He's going to challenge 22. DePriest could have been called for a foul there. No foul called. It's just going to get rougher and rougher. 45-43, 2-point ball game. 2 minutes to go right now in the fourth period. And we've seen a little bit of keep away out here by the Yellow Jackets on the perimeter. Yes. Once again.
3-second call.
I talked about it in the first period on number 22. The only 4 minutes he was in the first half. He stood in the paint the whole time.
I believe in my 4 nights here, that's the first 3-second call I've seen.
This is the second one tonight. They called one down here on the Bobcats.
Okay.
Yeah, just earlier, I think in the third period.
In 4 games.
Yep. I told you they were camping out down here. In the first half, I said, I'll notch out the 3 seconds because I believe it was number 50 hanging out in the paint on the offensive end for the Yellow Jackets. Good call here by whoever called this timeout.
No, that's good coaching.
These teams are disjointed. They're not really, playing. I don't know. It may come down to being allowed to slap around and foul. It's just too rough. I don't know.
It looks like there was a Yellow Jackets called that timeout.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what you're thinking about looking at it, but it's a rough ball game right now. 2-point lead by the Yellow Jackets over your Bobcats, and we're under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. We'll join the action here in just a second. Long time on the bench during that timeout for the Yellow Jackets. Your Bobcats with the inbound. Now they're only 2 points down. A 3 will most definitely change the landscape of this ball game. Granado may do it. Off the front of the rim, Gets the bad bounce. And here come the Yellow Jackets. Griffin on defense. Into the front court. Griffin gets a hand on it, but it's recovered by number 1. Griffin with some quick hands. Into the paint. 50 gets a look. He won't take it. 10's wide open. He's been hitting threes. After he caught the ball, he took 2 steps, and that's a walk, but not called. Switching to the feet.
Yeah, he definitely switched the feet on that
10
one.
to the baseline. 3 gets a good look. That's a hurried shot. Can't hardly make that one go. Griffin may get called for a foul. 50's there for the rebound.
50 is everywhere.
Trying to get the foul because we're under a minute to go in the ball game. Somebody needs to go to the line. Number 3 is going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. I think he was 100% up until just a few minutes ago. How does number 10 to the line? They called it away from the ball. Okay, 45, 43, 45 seconds to go in the ball game. Your Bobcats are down by 2. Number 10 is at the line for at least a 1-and-1. Go figure. He hits the first of 1-and-1. He hits both of them.
And he hits both of them. That's not surprising. He's a solid shooter.
4-point lead by the Yellow Jackets. 30-second timeout for the Yellow Jackets. And we're going to set it up right here. There is a very good player for the Yellow Jackets, number 22, got in foul trouble. He set out most of the first half. He had 3 fouls 4 minutes into the ball game, set out most of the first half, came in, got a pretty cheap foul in the third period, and they set him back down. But he's back in. Nobody really in foul trouble for the Bobcats. We're under 45 seconds. Nobody has more than 3 fouls.
No, DePriest has 4.
Oh, does DePriest
Yes,
have 4?
It's on the board right now.
Okay, gotcha. DePriest has 4. That's the one they called then.
They called him.
He called him when he was out here on number 3, but 10 went to the line.
How does that work?
I don't know. I'm going to look at that on the replay. I will most definitely look at that on the replay. And the Bobcats on offense. Granado. Can he seal it? Nope.
No, he can't. Oh, looks like the Yellow Jackets were out of bounds with that rebound.
Rebound, he stepped out of bounds. Going to go to the Bobcats.
I think he fell out of bounds.
Yep.
He was sprawled on the floor. They're having to mop up some wet there.
I don't know if they'll try the inbound high pass to Ragland.
That's exactly
And he
what they
did.
do, and he did not hit the shot.
Good hands by 22.
Yeah.
Ragland's back at his face. Too much defense down here. Got to get down the court. Got to get down the court. Too much defense. Oh, slowing it up. 4-point lead. Ragland gets the foul off away from the ball.
Now charging Jesse Ragland, his second. Team foul number 9. Line is Elijah Carlson.
4-point deficit. 16 seconds to go. Not looking favorable for the Bobcats. 4-point deficit. And number 22 is at the line. Back of the goal. He made the right foul, evidently. Granado coming down the court.
That ball was stolen, but the Yellow Jackets stepped out of bounds on the steal.
He stepped out of bounds. He jumped in the air and then touched the ball. Not a good play. You can't come from out of bounds and touch the ball until your feet touch the floor. And I'm not sure you can't be the first one to touch it once you come out of bounds. That's if I'm not mistaken. Timeout. Timeout called by the Yellow Jackets. Pretty good timeout, actually.
Well, you see what they set up and then call timeout and
Yeah.
work on your defense from what
Yeah.
you saw.
Excellent coaching here tonight. On the timeouts, on working the officials, on, substitutions have been really well. I've been pleased with the substitutions by Marshall. And we're going to see what happens. Set it up for you. I think it's 14 seconds maybe to go in the ball game. 4-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Marshall has the ball on the opposite sidelines over there, and a good, quick, and some good D in the backcourt. You never know what can happen.
Yeah, they'll definitely have to hit a three-pointer first thing. Make it quick.
And you know, if they can hit a three on the defensive end, you know, a basket under the goal is easy. You know, you get that ball knocked down and you're right there.
Yeah.
So they need a three here so they don't have to work for the three maybe on the final shot.
It's 12 seconds.
Ragland's going to go to the basket, feed to Priest. And it's in!
And it's in. And the foul.
What a great setup.
It's in and the foul.
What a great setup. 2 points. Who was that foul called on?
He called it on number 3. And that's his 5th. He's out.
7.4 seconds to go. Your Bobcats are within 2. That was a field goal by Peyton DePriest. DePriest is at the line to shoot one to make a 3-point play. We were wanting them to make a three-pointer, and he took the long way around trying to make a three-pointer. And we're making sure who the foul is against, I believe. And the basket, I think the score table was asking if the basket was good. DePriest needs to hit this one. If they don't, they need a favorable rebound.
Yep.
Timeout, of course, Donnie Smith. Timeout called by Coach Smith. You know, he has 3 timeouts. He's going to have, I think he's going to have 2 now. Good coaching. We'll see what he does. He's done a great job so far, but come out, see how the offense is set up, and call another timeout. Because you've got 7 seconds, and even if you get a steal or something or have to call, you have another one. You know, if you steal the inbound bounce pass and it's back here deep, call another timeout.
Yeah.
You know, don't let your team go too far, making mistakes or in a hurried condition. Who are you looking for? Who are you looking for to get the ball? Who are you looking for to make that quick foul? DePriest has 4, going to put him back here. Well, he's going to come up, but he can't make that foul.
No, he can't make that foul.
If I'm the Mountain View coach, I would say you pass it to whoever 0 is covering. That's what I would say.
That would be the wise. And as well as he's coached tonight, I would have to think he probably told him that.
Here goes number 22. He's probably going to take off down the court. Better foul him. Better foul him. They gave it to number 10, their best shooter. But still, it's just a 1-point lead. They should have fouled 2 seconds ago, but.
Well, DePriest was standing there with his hands up because he didn't want to make the foul.
Yeah, he didn't want the 5th
He
foul.
had to wait for someone else to foul.
Here's what we don't want. We don't want a lazy rebound on a missed free throw that comes right straight back to the shooter. We don't want that. I've seen it happen. This set up 4 defenders underneath, and the second shot. Oh.
He missed that free throw. He has been money tonight, and he missed that free throw.
On the second shot, we need to make sure we are in front of the shooter. Need to make sure we're in front of the shooter. Off the back. Oh, he made that one.
Okay, it's a 2-point game.
Yep.
Oh,
Whoa,
no.
Griffin.
Oh!
Wouldn't that have been beautiful?
Oh, that would have been something to see. That would have been something to see.
Wouldn't that have been beautiful? What a heads-up play. DePriest's like, that is short. That was short by about 2 seconds.
That was, yeah. Yeah, that was. Hurts to get your hopes up like that.
I've seen some offensive plays set up like that to where everybody goes to one side, but one man comes to half court, and all they do is throw a pass to him. He catches it and calls a timeout.
Okay.
That resets the play at half court, and it sets up a better
half-court offense. You see it takes less than like a half a second to get at the half court.
Right.
And then you have an inbounds from here. But to see how far the Bobcats were down during the game, to see how they were fairly, behind during most of the game,
Yes.
And it didn't look pretty in the first period.
No, it did not.
First 4 minutes. And probably if you look at the free throws, it's been missed on both sides. But the Bobcats didn't go to the line a lot, and they did fairly well on their free throws, so we don't know whether that played a factor or not.
It was a real uphill climb for the Bobcats to try to overcome what they were facing out there, and they just fell a little short.
Well, Greg, that ends our week here. We're not coming back, and we appreciate you joining us. Hope you had fun. Greg, hope you had fun.
Oh, yeah, I had a great time.
All right.
Sorry, I thought you were telling everybody else they hope they had fun.
No,
but
I was
yeah,
telling
I had a good time coming up here on vacation and working.
We appreciate everybody watching and listening and tuning into the broadcast. You've been listening to Marshall Sports Network. This is Skip Arms and Greg Arms. And as always, we're saying bye for Super Blaze. Super Blaze Thomas putting everything together, making it work right, giving you a quality production. You've been watching the Marshall Sports Network. We hope you join us next time.